Hi first loves, welcome in, 𝙭𝙪𝙧𝙞𝙘𝙠'𝙨 𝘍𝙬𝙀, and you're all back with me for your size. So, as you see, we are back to this type of arrangement. If you have been watching my videos ever since I was doing travel unboxing and makeup stuff, then you know that this is our usual background, especially on the live videos on my Facebook account. Yeah, and we're back here. But today is a special video because it's a special holiday. It's St. Patrick's weekend, but St. Patrick's Day is the 17th of March 2019 for this year. Yeah, but I'm going to give you a background or a history about St. Patrick and why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. And his real name is not St. Patrick, it's actually 𝙂𝙩𝙤𝙧𝙚𝙤. Imagine if it's 𝙂 Day. Doesn't really sound as better as the St. Patrick's Day. He was captured by Irish raiders and taken to Ireland as a slave when he was a young adult. And then one day, he dreamt about hearing a voice and saying that he should escape. So he went to a ship and then he escaped, and then afterwards he became a missionary and then a priest, and he was converting pagans to Christians. He didn't even grow up Christian at all. He was probably a pagan or what we call atheist at this era. So according to popular legend, St. Patrick get rid of the snakes, which is weird because there is no snakes on that time. And that was a long time ago, and they don't have snakes since the Ice Age. And maybe they are pertaining to the snake part as are symbolizing paganism. So you get rid of the paganism and then converted the people to Christians. That is why St. Patrick's Day is a religious holiday. So, you might be wondering why St. Patrick's Day is a very popular holiday throughout the world. Well, of course, due to migration, some of the Irish fled to big countries like United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, United States, and of course they celebrated St. Patrick's Day on those countries, and it become bigger and bigger with parades and everybody's wearing green. And clover is a very important symbol also of St. Patrick's Day. Why? Because it said that St. Patrick used a shamrock, which is a 3-leaf clover, to explain the Holy Trinity. So that's the symbolism of the clover or the shamrock instead. And that's also the reason why everybody's wearing green on St. Patrick's Day, because of course the shamrock or the clover is color green. In the days now, everybody's celebrating it with music, with lots of parades, with drinking, and all the Irish pubs are full of people and everybody's just happy. Yeah, so there you go, and that is a history of St. Patrick. And now I'm going to share to you my St. Patrick's Day jewelry, starting with my rings. And also, since I love giving you information, I don't want to just sit here and then tell you things about my collection and not sharing anything to you. So I'm going to share to you the meaning behind each and every gemstones that I have, the green gemstones on the rings, and also the St. Patrick's bracelet or St. Patrick's Day Pandora bracelet that I have made. And I was a little bit more creative on this one, as you see, and I'm going to share to you how I created this bracelet. Alright, and without further ado, let's get started! The first ring that we're going to talk about would be this one. Okay, and this ring is called the Pandora Vintage Allure ring with synthetic green spinel. So when you hear the word synthetic, you might be a little off, like, oh my goodness, what is that? Is that a fake gemstone? Well, not necessarily. So let me explain this to you. First, the spinel comes from the Latin word called spina, and that means spines. And the synthetic gems are those that are made in the laboratories. They also have the same chemical, optical, and physical characteristics of its natural mineral counterpart, but in some cases, some compounds may not be present. So synthetic gem crystals have been manufactured since late 1800s, not only because of putting it on the jewelries, but also industries outside jewelry department. And the good thing about these spinels is the healing properties, which I always love to share to you, because you would love to wear rings that has gemstones, and you might want to know about their meaning. So for the spinel, it's a stone of revitalization, and it can re-energize all aspects of yourself. So it makes it an excellent stone for workaholics, of course, who often get tired of work, and it helps release stress and anxiety as well. It will replenish your low energy levels, and it's a little similar to citrine. So this stone will bring you inspiration. So now, when you wear your Pandora Vintage Allure ring with green synthetic spinel, you would have more confidence now, and you know what the synthetic spinel means and the healing properties of this ring. So I hope I give you some information about this one, and yeah, that will be it for our first ring. So here are the other green rings that I am going to share to you today, and we are going to do a stack. So this one will be just the base, and I should put that on right about now. And then we have green amethyst ring, we have Peridot and Chrysoprase. Alright, so I guess we can go ahead and start with the Chrysoprase. Okay. Alright, so here is our Pandora Birthday Blooms ring, Chrysoprase, which is birthstone for the month of May. So the meaning of Chrysoprase comes from two Greek words, and that is Chrys being the Greek for gold or yellow, and prase from the Greek of leek, referring to the green coloring of it. It's a variety of a chalcedony, which is a type of quartz, and is one of the more valuable stones in the group. Chrysoprase has a metaphysical properties for healing, as well as being a stone to attract new love, abundance, and prosperity. It also promotes joy, happiness, and brings vibration of divine truth, while helping to heal the hearts of the depressed and anxious person. So yeah, now I am going to put that on my ring finger like so. It's gonna be our first stack, and let me go ahead and grab the second ring that we are going to talk about. Well, it's gonna be the third ring on the stack, but the second ring for this part of my hand. All right, so this one is called the Pandora Green Amethyst ring. It's even on the Pandora catalogs, but in real life, when you say green amethyst, it's like you are saying yellow ruby, and we all know that ruby is red. So it doesn't really make sense, but I have an explanation for you. So the green amethyst really came from the usual amethyst, which is purple or violet. So due to heating, it turns green, and we call that prasiolite. So this leek green quartz produced by heat-treating amethyst could be created by the following. So it could be produced by heating natural amethyst in a laboratory oven about 500 degrees Celsius. This heating changes the amethyst color from purple to green or yellowish green. Also, a small amount of prasiolite is produced by irradiating natural amethyst. This produces prasiolite with a light green color. And the green color is often unstable and can fade to colorless if the stone is exposed to temperatures over about 150 degrees Celsius. It could also be a natural green color. Another small amount of amethyst is heated by natural process. It is found where an amethyst-bearing rock unit has been heated by younger lava flows or nearby intrusions. So, the healing properties of this green amethyst or amethyst in general is for protection, also anti-stress, and anti-negativity. A lot of people who does yoga, who does tarot cards, and practice chakra reading and meditation, they use amethyst. That's one of their favorite gemstones for meditation. I love amethyst too. I have a few of the purple amethyst gemstones, and I love the other Pandora rings that is amethyst. I love the gemstone amethyst, and yeah, I have some earrings too, and I've talked about that on my other videos. But that's it for now for the green amethyst, and I hope that I clarified that to you today. And now I'm going to stack this, and let's just put it like so. Ta-da! And then last but definitely not the least is another Pandora birthstone ring or Pandora birthday blooms ring. So this one is the Pandora birthday blooms for the month of August, and it's called Peridot or Peridot. Peridot is named after the French word peridot, meaning gold, because the mineral can vary towards this color. So Peridot is the national gemstone of Egypt. Ancient Egyptians knew it as the gem of the sun, and it's also Cleopatra's favorite gemstone. So this is found in lavas, meteorites, and deep in the Earth's mantle. Yellow-green peridot is the extreme gem. So wow, having this on a Pandora ring, that is so cool. So this gem is inspiring the seekers of the universe. If it's light and love that you're after, then might as well carry this ring or wear jewelries that are peridot. And it will keep the person cheerful and uplifting your mood as well, and will give you a nice environment. Yeah, so that's all for this Pandora birthday blooms ring for August, and that's the peridot, and that's what I'm going to put at the top of our Pandora ring stack. And that's all 4 of my Pandora green rings with gemstones, and I hope that I was able to share the meaning of them and the history of these ones. And now I am going to create a cool Pandora bracelet for you, so stay tuned. I'm going to use a green Pandora cord, which is 100 centimeters, and also my Pandora Moments silver barrel clasp, which I got on my Pandora Moments silver barrel clasp bracelet from the pre-crown era, meaning there is no crown yet, on top of the letter O on the Pandora engraved on the barrel clasp, like so. If you see, it's just letter O in there. And I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to create some knots, and we're gonna come up with a unique and creative Pandora St. Patrick's Day bracelet. And let's start it right now. We just have to make sure that the ends meet and that they are on equal sides.
And it goes like so. So we put that at the back. And here is a sample already. So I'm going to show to you how I made this one. So the right part you put on top of the bracelet like so. And then the left part on top of the right part. And then you have to swing it underneath and insert it to the right loop and just tighten it up like so. And then we're gonna do the vice versa for the other side. And here is another way of creating the loop. Just to make sure that you have a flat surface and then get the left part, put it on top of the Pandora silver bracelet like so. And then make sure that it's underneath the right cord like so. And then the right cord, so here's the end of the right cord. Grab that, insert it at the bottom of the silver Pandora bracelet. Continue inserting it to the loop of the left one that we created, like so. And here we have the knot, and we're just gonna need to go ahead and tighten it up, like so. So we're just gonna need to do that alternating. And I'm just gonna do a fast forward here. And I'm going to show to you, of course, our finished product before we put on some Muranos and charms.
Alright, so now here is the Pandora bracelet using the green cord, and I did the square knot over there. Okay. Ta-da! So it's a different take on wearing Pandora bracelets. So I saw a lot of bracelets with the Pandora cord, but they were just like doing a spiral thingy. I wanted to put it a little bit of more kick. So I did it this way instead. There you go. So there. And then I'm going to put on some charms. So first I'm gonna put this clip so that when I close it, it's going to be balanced, and it's gonna make it seem like this barrel clasp is also a charm. So yeah, I am going to put this clip just right over here. So there you go. So I am going to put on the other charms that perfectly represent St. Patrick's Day for me. Bracelets. And we are going to start off with this charm, a Trinity charm, or the Faith, Hope, and Love charm. And as mentioned, due to the history of St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick reconverted the pagan to Christians, and that's the reason why I gotta have this here. And of course, we talked about doctrines, and I will include a Bible charm on my St. Patrick's Day bracelet, and I'm gonna put that right next to the Trinity charm. And I don't have a lot of green charms. I don't have a clover charm, but I have this big green Murano that represents some green color of the shamrock. So I got this one here, and it will be the focal point of my Pandora St. Patrick's Day bracelet. So I used to have a clover, which
also symbolizes good luck, but I have given that away, so I don't have that here with me. However, I have this one, and my friends Emily of Fashion Storyteller, or Emmer of My Pandora Charms, and also Nicole of Pandora Charm Life have this gnome, and he's carrying a clover right to his chest. And since as mentioned earlier, shamrock is very, very significant on St. Patrick's Day, that's the reason why I gotta have him to symbolize the shamrock and Ireland's national symbol as well. Alright, so there you go. And he is right next to the big Murano. And lastly, I have the cross. Since Saint Patrick is a saint, and he is a Roman Catholic as well. So there you go. And that's why I have this here. So these two charms also we have seen on Emily Fashion Storyteller's video. So if you haven't seen that video yet, please go ahead and do so, because it's very lovely and inspiring. So there you go. And yes, that's it for this bracelet. Let me go ahead and close that right now. And then I am going to show you the symmetry that I was trying to achieve with this one. Okay, so what I wanted to achieve is that they look balanced, as if this two, and especially this barrel clasp, is a charm. That's why I put this clip over here right before the thread. And yep, we have one hanging charm, a silver charm, a Murano silver charm, and a hanging charm. And of course, we have the green Pandora cord over here, and that makes my unique Pandora St. Patrick's Day bracelet. I am sure that you have never seen any St. Patrick's Day bracelet designed this way, and I'm really happy about the outcome of it. And please let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this one, and if you wanted me to do other videos using cords, other knots, other designs, let me know, because I have other colors for this one. I have black, two of the blacks, one red, and I plan to get the purple or the violet and the gray as well. Yeah, so there. And I hope that you enjoyed this weekend. So aside from Pandora, I also going to make a design for troll beads with my fantasy necklace for St. Patrick's Day, with inspired by green charms, green glasses, and I have this bracelet too. So this bracelet from troll beads with some green bead, and you are going to see how I created this bracelet and how I'm going to create my troll beads necklace. Yep. So see you on my next video.
And there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and learned a lot as much as I enjoyed filming this and researching all of this for you guys. You know, the reason why it takes me so long to upload videos is because I make sure that I research on them. I give additional information for you guys because I'm the kind of person who, when I watch something, I want to learn, not just see things and enjoy some hauls that my friends bought for themselves. I also want to learn, yeah. So I hope I was able to help you out on that part, and have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to please go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. All the social media links are on my description, but all of them are Fierce Zy. So just Google Fierce Zy, type it in on any social media, and then you'll be able to follow me, and I will follow you too. See you on my next video. And don't forget that I am going to do another video about the same green inspired by St. Patrick's Day, but for troll beads. So if you see, my necklace is still empty right now. And this is the initial design, and then I'm going to put a pendant on this one, which is part of a tiny haul that I forgot to include on my last troll beads video, which is going to be on the part of on the video that I will be uploading tomorrow. And then I will be unwrapping a prize that I have received from a giveaway from Instagram. It's a troll beads charm. Oh my god, I almost forgot about that one. And of course, I am going to share to you how I made my troll beads bracelet. Yeah, so I am becoming more and more creative this time, sharing my creativity. I don't just want to have the same usual bracelet stuff. So you will see more of that on my channel this time around. More changes, more of my creativity. So see you again. Oh my goodness, when I say goodbye, it takes me like 20 years, right? But see you in my next video, everybody. I love you. And remember, say it with me at your house. Remember to stay fierce and fly high. Happy St. Patrick's Day.